Hey everybody, it is a Tuesday. What am I doing here on a Tuesday, you might ask? Well, we're just putting together this show because I got so many things happening tomorrow that today is when we have to release a show. So it'll be around tomorrow. If at 4 o'clock you want to tune in, you can check out the show tomorrow. So let's get ourselves started. As you can see, I've thought about this because I have ordered some of these things and I've got an unboxing to do. Viking Stew, that's me, says CD collecting. Why is now a great time for that? And we got more. Oh, we've got more. Are you guys ready for this? Because I'm going to take this off and you're going to see our guest that I told you about, Mr. Stuart Corden from BLITZ.
How you doing?
Doing great. How's everything in the UK today, my friend?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The sun is out again. That's 2 days in a year.
What? So you can't get your tan from standing in the English rain today, huh?
No. Umbrella sales have gone down.
No getting creative today. It's just
all no.
Sunshine. It's no thoughts. Sunshine all the way.
That's good. It's good.
Well, Stuart and I were talking the other day. We had a fantastic chat. We don't get along very well. No, actually, it's stupendously. We get along very well. Not only are we a couple of bass player lead singers, you know, that always just makes all the buttons push. So it's so easy to talk and chat, but we have so much in common. And I said, dude, we need to just do a little bit of some of this on the show. So that's what we did. Now, you'll notice that we had a different view of Stuart a little bit ago, but I said, hey, turn your phone sideways. And then I said, it'll make everything you show there, it'll make it look bigger.
That's what all the ladies say, Stu. Turn yourself sideways. It helps.
It seems bigger now.
An optical illusion, some would say.
Hey, some would say it because there's proof.
Well,
so that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yep.
Hey,
never mind the quality, feel the width. As they say.
And I'm just saying that's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what had they not said it, I probably wouldn't have said it. But they say
you've got to watch them on they and them. Those people. Those people.
Hey, are you a dessert guy?
I can be. Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, because some people just don't. They're like, yeah, I don't need it. I'm like, really? Wow.
How do you live without the dessert?
I know. It's like just savory. So savory. I mean, it's all savory. I mean,
we have an ice cream in the UK. We had a couple of ice creams today, and it's called. I don't know if you get it in the States. It's called the Magnum ice cream.
Yeah,
it's this big chocolate. Oh, God. It's amazing.
Those are
amazing.
Killer. Well, I made chocolate chip cookies, but you notice on the top, that's a peanut butter chip right there.
Yeah.
So I had to change it up a little bit, and then
we have a thing in the UK we make called a cornflake tart, and we get cornflakes and we put treacle in and we kind of we bake it into a tart, cornflake tart. I don't know if you have cornflake tart over there.
Tell us about treacle. Tell me about that.
Treacle. It's we have a pudding called treacle tart, and we have treacle tart and custard. Treacle tart is this really the brand of treacle tart that is pretty famous is Lions treacle, and we put it in lots of confectionaries and stuff. It's sturdy stuff. It's going to destroy your teeth and everything, but it's we're British. What do we care about our teeth?
I was not going to go there. I was not
going
to go there.
Yeah.
Such a stereotype. Such a stereotype.
But true.
But true. It's funny because it's true.
Look at that toothless harridan over there. She's got no teeth.
Okay, so we have a store over here. What's a store that you have there that, like, do you have something where everything's like equivalent to like $1?
Yeah, we've got the pound shop, which is
okay.
It's everything's a pound.
Okay. All right, so it's not a violent thing or anything. It's just...
No, there's a pound shop, and the place called Aldi where everything's really cheap.
Yes,
might be kind
Aldi,
of your Is it your version? Target is Target similar. Target may be similar, or is it a bit more high market? I don't know.
Yeah, well, we just we just have a new Aldi in by our house. They just put one in.
Wow.
Yeah, they're all over here.
Yeah, Aldi, and who's the other guy? Wilco's. They used to be a big thing. They've just closed down now. Yeah, they were competing with a pound shop. They couldn't do it.
No, and they're saying that there's some of them are trying to get rid of some of these dollar stores because, they're saying that that's a rough thing to do because there's a lot of senior citizens that use these dollar stores.
Yeah, too right. It's always a good place if you're like buying something you wouldn't normally. I think
Yeah.
You want to buy some glue, or you want to buy some gaffer tape. You can get some little bargains in there. One has to be an astute shopper. I think so.
See, now I want to reveal something for you today. This was going to be my reveal, and it's for you and our audience. Look what I found at what we call Dollar General here.
What is this? Wow.
It's one of those canvas prints.
Yeah.
So it's on a frame.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that. Issue number 9.
That's nice.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Issue number, and it was 20 cents back in the day.
Yeah. Man, comics. What happened? Yeah.
Oh, I know, right? I started collecting when they went 25. It's not like I waited. Comics as a kid, I wasn't like, gee, no, if they were $0.25, I'd buy them. So I'll wait. No, it wasn't like that. But they had just started at 25 cents. Because as we start buying back issues, we're like, oh shit, like 3 issues ago, it was 20 cents. Damn it. So
yeah. We kind of went from in the UK. We had the real kiddie comics with things called Beano and the Dandy, and they were full of like these kind of British characters like Desperate Dan. He was always fighting for his pie for his dinner, and we had the Bash Street Kids, which were basically these school kids who were just plumb stupid. So. You started off with the Dandy and the Beano and Corky, these like kiddie comics, and then Marvel came over, and it was like, wow, Spider-Man, and they just took over.
Yeah,
everybody wanted that.
What was do you remember what your first comic was?
Yeah, hold on. My very first comic, probably Fantastic Four. It was a Fantastic Four comic.
Wow.
Prior to that, it would have been something like the Beano. So I think the first comic I'd have been about 6, kid. So it'd have been the Beano, I think, or the Dandy. Dennis the Menace. Dennis the Menace was in those comics. And we had a character called Lord Snooty, who was this upper class twit. He was an upper class like English kid, and he had like lived in a mansion. And,
straight out of Monty Python.
Yeah, he's like a kid, but he had a butler and everything. So, yeah, that was Lord Snooty.
There's nothing like a twit with a butler.
Oh yeah. It's like the character Arthur, from what was his name?
Yes, Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore. Yeah, great movie.
I just watched it. A great theme song too by Christopher Cross. I mean, I Cross.
Yeah, there's the butler and the guy who plays the butler in that's a really famous English actor.
John Gielgud.
John Gielgud. Yeah. He's a sir, I think. Everybody is over here.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
If you know the right people.
And some of them never should have been.
No. No. It's like some Illuminati club, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of that about.
Like Jimmy Savile.
Oh,
dude.
You think about Jimmy Savile was he was a DJ when I was like a real kid, 6 years old or something.
Yeah.
I remember my dad, who was kind of a blunt guy. And I remember every time he'd come on the telly, even before everybody knew his horrendous crimes, my dad used to say, "Get that weirdo off the TV." I just can't, you just hated Jimmy Savile. Lots of people never liked Jimmy Savile. It's like, how the hell did he get on TV? But he managed it. He knew the right people.
Well, and from what I watched in that, did you watch the film about him?
Yeah, with Coogan. Is it Steve Coogan played him?
No, this was like a documentary. It was like
it was like 2
or 3 episodes.
Yeah, frightening guy,
Oh dear God, I about lost it. I about cried my eyes out.
How the hell was this guy doing this shit he was doing, getting into hospitals?
Yeah,
it's like, just terrible.
You watched that and you listened to the account by the woman.
Harrowing. Yeah,
in
harrowing.
In the church.
Harrowing.
I was just like, come on.
Yeah, when
service.
When they buried Jimmy Savile, it was before it all came out. So it was like buried like a saint because nobody knew his crimes at the time. Then about 2 weeks later, it all came out. So they dug his body up and moved it, and they got rid of. He had this big like headstone that was singing his praises. So that got ripped out. They probably they should have thrown him in a lake.
Well, that's what you say. They dug him up. I'm like, oh, and kicked his ass. I was like,
just burnt his body up.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna bury you.
I'm gonna kill you again.
Pick you up, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, it was a terrible, terrible thing.
Yeah, and it all, like you said, it revolves around entertainment and what
it can do. I mean, I suppose it. Any kind of thing where people are high up, like the Epstein thing, and God, why are we getting on this? This is a bad one. The Epstein. You've got Epstein and all these, and Cosby and all these weirdos, and it's like they tend to gravitate towards power, I suppose.
Yes. Yeah.
I suppose that's the thing.
Well, because everybody puts them on that pedestal. You're like, whoa, hold on. These are just people. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's sad, really, because it's just pitiful. But there you go.
It's kind of like gambling. Somebody goes in and they think they're going to win. Well, they lose their ass, but the next day or the next minute, somebody else gets in there and they win their life.
Yeah.
And so everybody else looks at the one who wins their life, and you're like, well, shit, I could do that. It happened to them. Well, okay, they're going to let it happen to somebody. So, don't gamble on the fact that today.
Can we move on? Can we move on from this subject?
We sure can. I appreciate that. So
let's go towards the light, not the darkness.
Good call. So, so part of this unboxing today that I've got goes along with what we're talking about. CD collecting. I don't know if there's people out there who are kind of, now that the digital thing is in such a rave, that sometimes people start looking back to the physical just because they're, either tired of people getting mishandled on some of these streaming services where they start hearing that people aren't getting paid well enough or at, all or barely,
Oh, tell me about it. We got told today that the new BLITZ album, Kicking Up a Storm. Thank you for everybody who's listened to it. Cheers. We got 15,000 streams.
Nice.
Yeah. We haven't got a penny out of that.
Yep.
unless you're like Taylor Swift, and you're doing about 9 million streams. So we haven't made a penny. So I suppose back in the day, we were talking today, me and the guitarist Kev was speaking today, we were saying, do you know, back in the day, if everybody just spent £1 on buying that album, yeah, that'd be like 15,000 quid, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We could go on tour and pay to do another album, but
that drives an interesting point where you're kind of like, you almost want to do that. You almost just want to send a note out and just say, hey, if you can spare £1, throw us a pound. That's it. That's it.
It's such an obvious thing. I'd never think of doing it. Plus, I don't know if people. I don't know how many of the 15,000 people who've streamed it. If you if you hit them up for £1, they'd be like, it's an odd state of affairs, because the album cost maybe cost £5,000 to produce and the cover and everything and put it all together, and record it, and then you think, well, you're just asking people to donate £1, and I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But people have got used to, having their music for free, I suppose. And there's nothing wrong. I don't know what it is. It's the state of the world, I suppose, really.
Well,
but what musicians are going to do? Because if you want to get paid, you've got to play live and you've got to sell merch, I suppose.
Yeah.
BLITZ t-shirts are very nice, by the way. which brings us on to BLITZ. No, it's true. None of us are millionaires nowadays through doing this. We do. You got to do it. You got to love it to do it, and that's kind of where we all are.
Yeah. Well, I got out there on Amazon, and I was just I did this big deep dive the other night. It was really crazy, because I found this Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
5 albums. And I was like, sure. I mean, I've kind of done this before. So when I was thinking about it, and then the one you and I mean, we both dig that stuff. And then look at that.
Wow. What's that?
Montrose. You got Montrose. The first album, you got Paper Money, you've got Warner Brothers Presents, you've got Jump on It, and then there's the why can't I say the name of it? Open Fire.
Wow.
Great package. All 5 albums in one, and when you open it up, when you open it up and you take them out, you feel like a giant. Why? Because look, it looks like the album covers.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
Isn't that kind of cute? They're like little mini records, but they're not. They're not mini records. You're a giant.
That's amazing. I mean, I don't know. They're probably a lot cheaper than walking into a record store, and they're still, a CD still 10 to 40, can be 12 to 14 pounds over here. It still can be.
All 5 of these albums like this, $20.
There you go.
And that's what I'm saying. There's so many like this out there, and some of them have multiple volumes. So there's like Styx. They have, they put together these 3 or 4 albums, and then there's another box that has these 3 or 4 albums on it or in it. And, it's pretty cool. Now,
what's the album with Queen of Spades on by Styx?
That is on Pieces of 8.
Pieces of 8 is a great album.
I just listened to that song today. That's so weird that you said that. That was the first song I heard this morning. Queen of Spades.
Renegade. What a great song.
Renegade.
Starts off like the Bee Gees and then kind of goes metal.
Absolutely.
For that bit.
Never thought about it that way. That's awesome. So true.
A great song.
It
Great
is a great
album.
song.
Great White Hope's on there as well. That's a great
White
song.
Hope. And
Great
Eddie
song.
is on there. No, I'm sorry. Eddie's on Cornerstone. Great White Hope, Aku Aku, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
they were really good band. They went a little bit Electric Light Orchestra in places though.
Yeah,
I think
in
that
places.
was, yeah.
Absolutely.
In places they got a bit ELO. But they were a great band.
Yeah. And if you've never heard James Young's album that came out in the 90s, because he did the one with Jan Hammer.
Yeah.
And then he had the James Young Band, and he did not, I can't remember the name of it. But that's a pretty damn good record. He put together a good band and a bunch of good songs, and it kicked ass. This was another one, the US albums with the Beatles.
Wow, that's a good box set.
So, I mean, this one's got a crap ton of albums in it, all the way up to Revolver and Hey Jude, and they all come in like those same sleeves.
Yeah.
So, and it has the Yesterday and Today has a pullback, so you can see with the baby dolls and all that stuff.
Yeah. The Alice Cooper ripped off as well.
There you go. I have a friend of mine years ago. He had the vinyl of that cover. I don't know if he still's got it or not, but
tough one to get. The Beatles
years ago, I bought this one. So I'm not new to this by any means. I've had this one for years, which is 3 Ted Nugent albums. Cat Scratch Fever.
I've got a box set of Ted Nugent stuff. Yeah. Yes. It's got Weekend Warriors on it.
God, I love that album.
Double Live Gonzo.
Double Live Gonzo.
Scream Dream. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. And you can't beat Ted.
No.
As a musician.
Yeah.
Great.
The one I talked about the other day, and now it's very expensive. I bought this one when it was regular price, is Angel, the Casablanca years.
Oh.
Really, really good. It's got everything
I've
on it.
I've still got some Angel vinyl. I've got White Hot on vinyl.
As well, you should.
What's the one with Don't Leave Me Lonely on? Is that White Hot?
That's White Hot.
That's White Hot. And I've got the blue.
Heaven?
As Earth is it in Heaven? Yeah, I've got that. And I've got the live album, the double live album. The one, is it the one with 20th Century Fox on?
Yes, from Foxes.
Great album. Great live album.
Great one, yes. It's a great album. You're absolutely right. And they had condensed it down to 1 disc at one point, but I'm like, whatever. I just rebought the vinyl. It was one that disappeared from my.
I had a chance of buying. Is it the what's the album with the tower on?
That's Angel.
Angel. I had a chance of buying that once on vinyl, and I didn't buy it. I could kick myself. Oh. It's great. The white cover, yeah.
Oh yeah, Sinful.
Yeah,
which was originally supposed to be called Bad Reputation. No, Bad Publicity. Bad Publicity.
Frank's just a great singer. Absolutely. Still to this day.
Yes.
Got a great voice.
Yes, absolutely.
When I see clips of Angel now live on YouTube, he's still belting it out. Still got a great voice.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. A real sweetheart of a guy. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, he does. I know he does a lot of vocal teaching as well, don't he? He's a bit of a vocal coach.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah,
I've always been a big fan.
Yeah,
he's almost got like a Freddie Mercury kind of thing going on.
Kind of, yeah. He's got that register that gets up.
Yeah, he's got that real kind of very distinct tone. Yeah, he's
good
great.
Call. That's a good word for it. You remember this? You remember this box set too, right? The Police.
Yeah, I've got all them. Yeah.
So that one's been around for a long while. So that's
all those. I think it's the first 3 or 4 Police albums. I think they're amazing. Really good.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it when they put it out. I'm like, oh, this is every album, plus it's got like the B-side stuff. It's got like Murder by Numbers and stuff like that, which to me was just outstanding. What do they have? Once Upon a Daydream, Tea in the Sahara Live, Don't Stand So Close to Me, the single that they did in '86, which was. Did you ever hear about that, Stu? Did you ever hear the story about that?
The song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when he was a teacher or something.
Well, he was supposed to. Well, I'm talking about the version that they did in '86 when they did the greatest hits. They're like, he was telling the band, Sting's like, okay, we're going to do a greatest hits and we're going to do a new song on there. And they're like, okay. So when they show up, he goes, no, we're just going to do a remix of Don't Stand So Close to Me. So Stuart already didn't like that. And then he came in to do his drum parts. He was supposed to come in and do his drum parts the day before he played polo and hurt his arm. So Sting was pissed that he hurt himself, but he still laid down his tracks. He still did all the tracks, laid down all the drums. And then he finds out later he scrapped all the drums and just put in an electronic computer drums.
Oh, you can't beat being in a band.
It's a great thing, isn't it?
Just human beings mentally torturing each other in small rooms. It's the best.
Anybody outside of it just doesn't get it.
Wow.
Yeah. And I also got this Rick Wakeman box set. This is another one that I've got.
What's that got? What did he do? Camelot. Did he do Camelot? Or Arthur Camelot? Was it? He did something about Knights of the Round Table, didn't he?
Yes, it's got Journey to the Center of the Earth. It's got. I'm looking for my thingamabob. Where is it? I don't know. I saw it here a minute ago. But yeah, it's got the Seven Wives album and the three other albums on here. Just great. Six Wives. Yeah, the Six Wives. Yeah, Myths and Legends. And it's just great. And then this one is fantastic. The early Whitesnake albums.
Yeah.
Little Box of Snakes is great. I mean,
with the guitarist was
Moody.
Moody, yeah.
Right? Yeah. All pre John Sykesy stuff.
Marsden. Bernie Marsden?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bernie Marsden, yes. Yeah. So just amazing stuff. So anyway, but there are so many, I mean, for whatever kind of genre you like, there are box sets out there. And like I say, they look like little albums. It's just cute. It's nice. You can really build a collection. But also there's places that, like you were saying, where they have like a bargain area. I bought for $2 years ago, I bought Joe Jackson's Look Sharp album. Great album. I'm like, are you kidding? Everything here is $2 because I could have rebought a good portion of my CD collection. Now, you have some box sets that we were talking about, and I said, bring them on. So show me. We had some Kiss stuff we were talking about.
A lot of this stuff for Christmas presents, so don't think I'm loaded, right? But from my long-suffering wife, yeah. So one of my favorite albums that I had when I was a kid, one of my first rock albums I ever bought with my own money when I was 11 years old, was Destroyer. So this is the Destroyer box set, and in it you get.
I was going to say, what all they have in there?
You get a book, and it's all about the recording of Destroyer with Bob Ezrin in the studio. It's about, I don't know what we got here. I'm trying to get it set on. It's got the pickies on there.
That is gorgeous.
It's got lots of pictures from the studio.
Wow.
About the recording process itself. Really, really nicely done. I'm trying to find a nice big sexy pic. It's got a lot of stuff about the tour in there. A lot of really useful information. Just a really nice book. So you get it's a hardcover. So you get the book. It's done in like a tape box. You get the used to get the old tape boxes, yeah. So you start off with that, and then you get this little black envelope. When you open it up, it's got what's it got? It's got a couple of posters.
Holy shit.
It's got some nice little posters. It's got the Empire State Building.
Dude, I was just going to mention that. That's one of my all-time favorite pictures.
It's got that in there. It's also got a really nifty. I think it's from the Paul Lynn Halloween special.
Oh yeah.
You've got the poster from that. So you've got those two, and you also get this, which I think is quite special. You get the actual plans for the Destroyer stage.
Dang.
So you get all the what is the word for it? You get all the
you get the schematics, the blueprint.
Schematics. That's the word. And you get this thing. You get this little newspaper called Gotham City News, and it's a fake newspaper, and it's all about the making of Destroyer. So you get all that in your little black envelope. Let me put these back properly because, you know. So
then let me ask you this while you're putting that back in there. Did you like Destroyer better or Rock and Roll Over better?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think I don't know.
I'm a Rock and Roll Over guy.
I think what you're saying, I think Rock and Roll Over is a better rock and roll album. I think Destroyer pushed them a little bit more to be, you know. You also get this. Oh, I forgot about this. Loads of. I could do a whole video on this. You get your Kiss Army.
We'll do it in multiple parts.
Your Kiss Army certificate.
Oh, sweet.
Your promo shot.
Oh, that's a classic.
Destroyer. Get all that. Baloney. You also get.
Do you remember that photo of Gene Simmons where he kind of has his hand cringed up a little bit and he's on the toilet?
Yeah.
That's in some Teen Machine magazine I've got.
Do you remember the motorbike shots when they were sat on the motorbike? You get all those in there, all individuals. You also get your Kiss Army kind of. You get stickers. Detroit Rock. Wow. You get the stickers. You get the fake. I think you get those as well. I loved that picture when I was a kid.
Oh, me too. I love that artwork. That is so cool.
You get all that. You also get, I don't know why you'd use it, iron-on transfer for your t-shirt. A 70s iron-on transfer. So, concluding that, you get not nearly finished.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, did they come in with like
they come in this sexy little box. It's all really packaged well. This is like a mock-up of the actual Destroyer program, but it's kind of tiny, so it's not you can't kind of rip it off. Yeah. It's just a lovely bit of kit, and so you get all the CDs in there. You get all the kind of different versions, and no vinyl though. No vinyl. It's all CD. So that's the Destroyer box set. Highly recommended if you can get your hands.
So wait a minute. So does it come with like a remastered CD?
It comes with. Let me just look on the back. It comes with disc 1 is the album. Then you get disc 2, outtakes and demos.
Okay.
Disc 3 is a live recording. Madison Square Gardens. Then disc 4. You get that the Blu-ray audio thing that you can play through your Blu-ray player.
Oh my god!
And it gives it like enhanced audio.
Yeah, so you could like play it through a PlayStation.
It sounds incredible, actually. That really sounds incredible.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet.
Then I got that one.
That's the one, man. That's my album. You know that album. That album would go well with what I was talking about last week when I was talking about debut albums.
Yeah.
And where I'm talking about, sometimes there's a debut album where it's the band's first album. And then there's that first album as you're stepping into a new era. And that would definitely be it for me for that. You could definitely use that one because, man.
Once again, you get the hardback book with all the creatures of the night.
Is that the same
pictures in and
thickness?
the making of and the notes of, and you get a mock-up of the Creatures of the Night program.
Oh, that's cool.
All that in there.
With
And
Vinnie Vincent in there.
Mrs. Vinnie Vincent's in there. And what else do you get? I've not looked at this for quite a while. You get another little envelope. This one's blue because it's like a purple.
Yeah.
And you get, let's see. You get these.
Oh, wow.
Eric.
That
G.
is awesome.
Paul. And last but not least, Vanessa. And then bless her cotton socks. And you get another one of another one of that fake newspaper things that's all about the making of Creatures of the Night. Yeah, so you get that fake newspaper.
Do you think that they went back and forth with the newspaper thing? Do you think Gene went back and forth and thought, do I do the Gotham News or do I do the Daily Bugle? So
yeah, I think Gotham's a little bit darker and cooler, I suppose, for Creatures of the Night.
Yeah, or do you do the Daily Planet?
You get a packet of kind of pics. No, these badges.
Oh wow!
Four kind of Creatures of the Night badges.
Wow.
Do you get the pics though as well?
There you go. There's the pics.
Each glow in the dark pics.
Sweet.
And they kind of each band member's names on there.
Oh man,
and you awesome. Get hold on, what is it? You get a Creatures of the Night sew on patch.
Oh, sweet.
And you get.
I need one of those.
I've got to put all this back. I'll cry now. I'll put it on. Oh, please. And you get the posters like the loudest band in the world.
Oh, that's cool.
Get that, and you get. There's another. Wow. I'm not sure what's on this poster.
I don't know why I
keep poster where that one.
I don't know why I haven't done this yet. I should have just put you on solo.
I love it loud. I love it loud sticker. You get a mock-up of the ticket for the Marcinia gig. That one there. Wow. You get a Creatures of the Night sticker.
Oh man!
You get this great T-shirt thing. You iron on. It's
get out of here.
40th anniversary Creatures of the Night. But why would you iron it on a shirt? You just want to keep it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I know.
But
still,
you just want to keep it.
I got I've got a heat press that would work on.
You get probably,
so when you come over to visit, we'll get you a T-shirt and we'll put that on it.
Yeah, we'll do that. And I'll cry. And I'll cry. My collectability is all ruined now.
It was ruined when you drove it off the lot.
Nice little VIP pass thing that you.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
that's nice. And you get. I love these shots. These shots are great.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Gene. The one from that's the one used on the London bootleg, which I've got, which I'll show you in a bit. The album.
Wow.
Vanessa again, and the fantastic, marvelous Eric Carr.
No doubt.
And Mr. Stanley doing his thing. So they are things of great beauty. They really are. They're great things.
Yeah, and it is true. A lot of times, they're saying these are never before seen photos, and I'm like, yeah, well, wow,
Japanese. Is it? Yeah, it's a Japanese.
Yeah,
poster.
That's cool.
And I'm getting there now. There's something in here that I don't know. The schematic again.
I can say that I haven't seen a lot of those pictures at all.
This is like a press pack.
Oh wow!
I don't know what that is. I should just go. Oh, it's like a press pack thing.
That's cool.
You get all that, but yeah, the schematics for what they were going to use for Creatures of the Night.
Oh wow!
You've got all that sort of thing with the stage schematics on it as well.
Cool.
Showing you what they couldn't afford to do.
Well, right. I mean,
the money. Yeah. The money wasn't there.
No.
But just a great album. You get all, again, it's all CDs, no vinyl. You get a live concert with Vinny, Creatures of the Night, and again, really enjoy it. I really enjoyed that. I spent kind of it was Christmas. It was a Christmas present, so I kind of spent the time opening it. And
that is outstanding.
Just great. And these things as well. I picked these up along the way.
What is that?
It's live in Paris Olympia, 22nd of May, 1976.
76. Wow.
It's a bootleg. It's got Deuce on it, Flaming Youth on it, Strutter, Hotter Than Hell, Firehouse, and She. Shout It Out Loud, Black Diamond, Detroit Rock City, 100,000 Years with the drum set. And it's really good quality, that. It's from
really?
It's a desk recording. So
wow.
This is a thing called Egos at Stake. And it's from Wembley Arena in the UK. Wow. And it's from the Unmasked tour with Eric Carr. So it's got like, Is That You on it, and a lot. I know they didn't tour that in America, did they?
Wait a minute, for that one,
the Unmasked album.
No, I don't think so.
I don't. Or if they did, it was hit and miss. I think they might have done
Yeah, there was some. I know that happened. With the Creatures of the Night. Got a little dicey. Wow.
This is an album of all bootlegs. It's called Fancy Fair. And it's just bootlegs and things like that. Some of it may or may not be Kiss, but it's bootlegs. Simmons Meteor, that's another bootleg album.
Wow.
So
what's on that?
So the Simmons Meteor, San Francisco, 1977.
Okay.
Starts with I Stole Your Love, Take Me, Ladies Room, Firehouse, Love Gun, Calling Dr. Love, Shout It Out Loud, God of Thunder. Wow. On the other side, it says various rare performances. So you've got Won't Get Fooled Again, Sunshine of Your Love, Hey Joe, La Bamba, Whole Lot of Love. It's got a track on here which is it's got Burn Beach Burn, but it's got a demo of a song called Give It To You Easy.
Wow.
And it's quite a good little demo, that. And then
hey, that's
very
interesting.
70s sounding. All Around the World from the Asylum tour, I think.
Yeah.
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 Asylum. It might be Animalize, actually.
Because is that Mark St. John?
No, it's Bruce Kulick.
Oh, it is Bruce. Okay.
And this one, which is not a bootleg, but it's quite hard to get. It's called Hard to Believe, and it's a load of grunge bands doing Kiss covers.
Oh, cool! That's cool.
You've got Nirvana on here. You've got Nirvana doing Do You Love Me?
Wow.
You've got the Melvins. Are the Melvins on here? Surfing Caesars. Not heard of any of these other bands.
Wow.
And a lovely band called the Hard-Ons.
Well, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
One thing's for sure: when you turn your phone sideways, they look bigger.
Well, this is what the wife says.
It's what they say.
It's what they say. This is Kiss Blows Your Head Off in Europe, so that's part 1. This is the Animalized tour. That's part 2.
And did you get these on? Did you get these online? Did you buy them online? Did you get them at a shop?
I bought these from what we used to call record fairs back in the day.
Oh yeah, okay.
When I was a kid, and I've just kind of hung on to them because I just liked them. So when everybody was getting rid of vinyl.
Oh yeah.
I kind of was that nerdy kid that just hung on to. These are quite interesting. It's trying to get the light off it.
I wish I had that.
The picture disc.
Yeah.
There's a little story about these. I'll tell you in a minute.
That one.
Yeah. These are a Russian import.
Oh wow.
On the little sticker, all the writing is Russian.
Yeah.
They might want to nuke us, but they love Kiss. How can they do it? They love Kiss.
Now,
the fools.
Now, since I thoroughly believe in you, what's it say on the sticker?
It says, I'm going to have to put my readers on because I need to read this.
You could hold your phone up even, right? Because it would translate it.
Says, it's all in Russian. It just...
That was my point. I'm figuring you speak Russian, don't you?
Da.
Da, see?
Da. Dash Badanya. I don't know.
Dash Badanya.
I've seen Austin Powers. Does that count?
It is. It is.
If you want a Kiss bootleg and you want to buy one that you can get online that's relatively cheap, that's just the best you're going to get this. It's from the Soundboard recordings. It's from Desmond's, November the 29th, 1977, the original lineup, and it is heavenly. It's the best.
They sound great.
Wow. You could probably go on YouTube and somebody will have downloaded it on there.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Great set, and they've never sounded. It's one of the best sounding bootlegs you'll ever hear. And it's an official release, that is.
Absolutely.
And the bootlegs just look so much better. These just like cardboard, cheap. Yeah. Why don't they just put the work in? So,
we talked about that. Which one is mine? I forgot. I keep forgetting. Oh, I have Tokyo 2001. That's what I have. Just
a very quick scan of this. When people talk about presentation and a box set looking good and sound and having lots of add-ons in, I mean, the Kiss ones, I don't know what they'd work out in dollars. They were about 250 quid. No, 200, nearly. I'd say nearly $300. So they ain't cheap. They're not cheap.
No,
and they're okay. You know, you've seen how thick the boxes are. You know.
Right.
Whether you're a fan or not, I'm a massive fan of this guy. But the best, the reason I'm showing you this because I think it's the best.
Holy crap!
Box set and it weighs a ton. This is Sign of the Times by Prince.
Holy smokes!
This is just incredible. When you open it up, wow, it's just a beast.
Look at that. It's like 3 inches fat.
It's got lots of little like mini. Yeah. All the albums have got their own book. There's a massive making of book with it. It's just a thing of beauty. And the thing about it, you also get a live DVD in the book of a
sweet
Sign of the Times concert. It's just amazing. It tells the whole story of the making of. It's got additional photos in. And as far as quality, you know, if Blitz had this box set, I'd die a happy man. We're gonna do a box set for you. It's the same guy who did, and I'd be dead. I'd be like, wow, that is amazing. And it wasn't that much more expensive than the Kiss ones.
Yeah,
and it's real quality.
Right.
It's real quality. And the thing about Prince was when he did demos and bootleg, when he demoed his songs, his songs sound like finished tracks mostly. They're really, really good.
I think the biggest box that I've got is this one, and this is all of the Kingston Trio albums.
Kingston Trio.
Yeah. Yes, I inherited it from my father-in-law.
Yeah. Are they a vocal?
Yes.
Vocal group.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they should be a bit barbershop almost.
They're folk, kind of folk, lots of guitar, lots of acoustic guitar, and lots of jokes. I mean, when they did a live show, it was just like a comedy hour. Look at Bowie. Oh man,
Mr. Bowie. One of the last tours he did. It's just basically you get a little booklet in it, and you get all the vinyls on blue vinyl.
Oh wow!
So that's
look at that.
Kind of nice.
Are those like the thicker PVC sleeves? Is that what that is?
Yeah, they're the thick sleeves. They're not the ones you buy in a record store that are a bit flimsy.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, you have to be careful with some of those because if you have to make sure that they stay cool. I was watching a video about how people had those in a warm spot and it adheres to the vinyl and it'll end up leaving a cloudy look and leave a residue that basically it leaves the sleeve and attaches itself to the vinyl.
Wow. I'm gonna have to look through.
But that's you just gotta, I mean, I don't worry about it in my basement. It's always nice and cool. So,
I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Pop magazine. I had to order that from the States when I was about 12.
Wow.
And it took 5 months to get here.
What?
Well, you got to remember, this is way in the 70s.
Did they swim there?
I gave up on it altogether. I thought, no, they took my money and ran. But they didn't. Yeah. It arrived in the post.
Does it have blood in it?
No, that's the comic book that you've got that's got the blood.
I know.
You've got the blood.
Who knows? They may have had some leftover ink and they said, send it on over and we'll do this magazine.
The cream magazine with the Christmas poster where they're holding the candles in rather inappropriate ways.
What do you mean by that?
I don't. Mr. Stanley getting all zesty on the cover there.
That's a great word for it.
He's definitely getting zesty with the ladies there.
How do you feel about that? Very zesty.
Paul's getting zesty, if not a bit salty at times. And just to prove it, he might need a sucker to calm down. My wife's sister moved to Australia, and they put out the Kislotta ice creams again. So I asked if she'd buy a box. This is the box.
Yeah, that's
great. Each one came in their little wrapper. So she kept all the wrappers.
Oh, that's sweet.
She said it was the most awful ice cream she ever had.
Oh.
But she ate the ice cream for me, and she sent me the wrapper and everything.
And she threw it up.
She threw up the ice cream, vomited profusely. But it was all worth it.
That's love, man. That is love. Okay.
My last show and tell.
Okay, so we were chatting about this. Now, the reason that I wanted to have Stuart back to do this is because, let's face it, Stuart. I mean, if you watch Phantasm, it is, especially if you let's just say I've never seen it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And you watch it now. I mean, there is some questionable moments in that film where you're like, what is happening right now? Not only was it kind of shocking in what happens in the movie, but directorially, it's strange. Like the storyline has two brothers in it. Yeah. In the original, there's two brothers, and one of the younger brother, there's a death. A friend dies. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the friend dies, and the brothers both know this guy. So now there's a situation, and I can't even remember how it all gets going with all that. But, well, the guy who died was the guy that was having sex in the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the person for whom they have look at the ball. What do they call that?
The sphere.
The sphere.
The tall man's sphere.
Have you been sphered? What's the matter, Steve? I don't know. I feel like I've been sphered.
Been sphered by the sphere.
I've been sphered.
I just think it's a very I think it's kind of ahead of it. It was ahead of its time a little bit.
It really was.
Yeah, the kind of multi-dimensional time traveling mortuary guy who was shrinking corpses down and sending them to the Red Planet for slaves.
So the original movie came out in 79?
Yeah, probably 78, 79.
Yeah, because I was 15 when I snuck into well, I didn't snuck in. They thought I was old enough because I looked a little older. So they thought I was old enough to go in.
It's got that scene in it where the door slams on the Angus Scrim, the tall man.
The fingers.
And that really went through me because there's a man with a finger missing.
Shut up. What happened?
Right, you ready for this?
Are
you ready?
I are.
A door got slammed on my hand when I was a kid. When I was like, a kid.
So you
and it cut my finger off. So what does it say? It says that I'm in fact part of the Phantasm trilogy. No, I was told to go to bed, and I was being a bit of a git, like when you're about 7 years old, and my dad slammed. Look, it was an accident.
I get it, right?
It was an accident. He slammed the door. My hand was in the door. It cut my finger off, and that's what you get. You get that little effect.
So they weren't able to get it back on, or
no. The finger was on the floor, but the bone was shattered on their end. And back in the day, they just didn't have the technology, unlike Steve Austin, the $6 million man.
I have a dear friend of mine, and she had a dog bit the end of her finger off.
Oh, I know. I think I'll stick with the door.
Yeah, and it just wasn't, she was just talking over the fence with the neighbor, and all of a sudden the dog just out of the freaking blue just
wow. Wow.
And the worst part, and you know how this is, obviously, and I think about it with a pain that I had when I was a kid when I slid into second base in a backyard game of wiffle ball and slid, and then I felt like I just scratched my foot, and then I look at it and it's gaping open, and I'm like, whew, I think that's my bone. And I'm like,
when I cut my finger off, we had kind of a long stairway, and I kind of put my arm. I felt a little bit of a pain, and I put my hand under my arm and carried on walking up the stairs. And before I got to the top of the stairs, my dad was shouting from the bottom of the stairs, "Don't look at your hand."
Oh!
Then I looked at my hand, and that's when the pain started.
and you ended up with all they heard after that was do-doop, 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 do-doop.
Yeah,
she went back down the stairs.
But it is what it is. If it had been on my other hand, I probably wouldn't have been able to play bass. But it's on my picking hand.
Your string hand.
It's on my string hand. I still play with my fingers. I don't use a player. I'm a finger player. Yeah. But it's like the one that's least used for that on that hand. Yeah. So perhaps the guy upstairs was watching me a bit.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think my friend, hers is on her fret hand.
Wow.
So it was pretty interesting. And then I think the worst part about it is that the nail kept trying to grow. Then.
Yeah, it's creepy. Yeah.
So you have to keep trying to get that out of there so that it doesn't cause an infection. Blah blah blah. It's nutty. But
back to Phantasm.
So it's weird. Like there's the scene where the younger brother is like up shit's creek, right? And then the older brother's just sitting at home in a chair.
Yeah.
With like a beer or something. I don't know.
Yeah. He's so cool.
There, like, okay, what in the hell is happening right now?
Jody, the older brother, yeah. He kind of I think the whole idea was he was meant to be on the road with the band as well. And do you know what I love when I watch Phantasm as well? The Mikey, the guy who plays the kid, his house is so cool. He's got like a big picture of the moon in his bedroom behind him, and he's got like fairy carpet on his stairs and stuff. It looks like the coolest 70s house ever. Thank you.
Now, Were there ever now? How many Phantasm movies are there total?
In the total Phantasm movies, there are 4.
Okay.
4, yeah.
I'm going to put you on full again because I want you to show us what's in the box.
Yeah.
So you think that there's just 4?
I think I'm going to check now. You get this great little cool little book, and it's all about the making of Phantasm, and it's got loads and loads of cool stills from the movie. Don Coscarelli, the guy who directed it, is such a cool guy as well. And
yeah, who's the dude that's got the little ponytail? His buddy that looks
Reggie, the ice cream man.
Yes.
Yeah, the ice cream man. He's such a cool guy. So this is what you get. You get the first Phantasm movie, the classic. Then you get Phantasm 2, known as Phantasm 2, and then Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead.
Oh wow!
And then you get Phantasm 4, Oblivion.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I lied. There's more. Phantasm 5, Ravager, which is the very last Phantasm. These are all Blu-ray, by the way.
I was going to say, are those all Blu-rays?
And you get a really nice bonus disc with interviews and from the cast, and it's quite nice. And
I'm trying to see. They have a Blu-ray. It looks like they've got a. Let me see. They have a Blu-ray of 1, and here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've actually got this, which is not in the box set, but it's the soundtrack. It's got a really kind of Exorcist kind of soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's a little bit kind of, well, obviously it's spooky. And the weird thing about the soundtrack is it's really hard to get. You'd think it'd be an easy thing to get, but the CD, going back to CDs, if you try and get the Phantasm soundtrack from the first album on CD, this one, it's absolutely impossible to get for some reason.
Wow.
Don't know why. It's a bit of a rarity for some reason I don't understand. But great movie.
What do they have? Phantasm.
You get the sphere in there as well. You get the sphere in the box set as well. You get there, so you can hang that on your Christmas tree. And delight your family at Christmas.
Merry bloody Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Let's put your brains out with this.
So you can take it apart. Does it have the drill part that comes out?
This one doesn't have the drill in. Some do, but this one doesn't have the drill on.
Well, damn it.
I've got another one somewhere where from the straight DVD box box set where you get a bigger sphere, but it's not got a drill in it.
So is the sphere made out of metal, or is it a plastic with?
It's plastic. It's very much like a Christmas ornament.
Yeah.
It's that kind of stuff. But
wow,
nice touch.
Because I'm looking at the Phantasm soundtrack on vinyl, 180 grams. It's remixes. It's a double vinyl, $415.
Really? I've got that.
Really?
That's made my night. Yeah.
It's kind of red, and it's got the silhouette of the dude in the middle.
Is it Mondo Records? Mondo. The one I've got says Mondo. They do a lot of soundtracks.
Yes, that's correct. That's
Mondo. Yeah.
Yep.
I've got that one.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just, again, I've never collected anything for money really. I've collected stuff because I like it.
Yeah.
Then if other people like it that's cool. But I've never kind of just collected for monetary value really, because got to kind of like what you want to like your stuff. What's the point, you know?
Amen to that.
Got to like your stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Oh, it's a playback region B2 is the one I'm looking at now on Amazon. But
what, a DVD?
Yeah, the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Let's see what this one is. It's
I'm hanging on to that Blu-ray.
Yeah, here's the stateside Blu-ray, and it's $60.
That's just the box set.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a decent price.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, well, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
You'll get your all your bits in there. So yeah, I think if whatever you collect, if you've got a love for it, and that's the main thing, isn't it? The main thing
Absolutely.
is that whether it's comic books or it's albums or CDs or vinyl,
Mm-hmm.
if you connect with it, that's the biggest thing. Most of the stuff I've got rid of along the way is stuff I don't connect with it. It's like, why have I got that?
Yeah, I know. And then there's some things that we keep. Well, like I was mentioning the other day, I totally did not like when Blaze Bayley was in Maiden, but do I own both of those CDs? Yeah.
Yeah, I've met Blaze. We not this band, but a band I was in. We played with Blaze Bayley. Blaze, as they were now, quite some years ago, but we did, yeah.
Yeah. I was actually in an opening act that was one of the many bands that opened up that night before him. So see, we've got that in common.
Yeah. I didn't really. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Somebody has said how they like his stuff, but I'm like, I just don't. I can't. I mean, I didn't like what he did I didn't like the way he did what he did with Maiden.
No. As long as people talk about Paul Di'Anno, the original singer, I think.
Oh man, I love Paul.
That's a different ball game. I think
it is.
Paul Di'Anno helped shape the sound of Maiden, didn't he?
Yes.
I think he helped shape the sound and the feel, and then
he was
Bruce come in and took it to another level.
Yes, because he was. I always say I don't know why people have such a tough time with it, because he was necessary at that time. They needed Paul Di'Anno because he looked a little punk, and he sounded a little punk with a metal edge.
Yeah,
and that's what you needed at that time when punk was still such a rage and still growing as they were growing that band. So it was freaking brilliant. You had a guy up there singing metal songs who was just on the edge of punk. And so, naturally when he got to his point where he didn't like it anymore.
It definitely worked for the time.
It did.
Yeah.
I just remember in 1982 getting into them when I heard Run to the Hills.
Yeah.
And then I went to the record store and I'm like, oh, so I bought their Made in Japan on cassette, and I threw it in my tape player, and I'm like, hey, that's not the same guy.
Yeah.
So
suddenly,
I grew to love it. I like it. I like it all. The only stuff I don't like is with Blaze Bayley. So
yeah, I kind of agree. I think it was a missed turn, but we make them. Occasionally, bands can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you've got a long career, especially if you've got a really long career, there's a good chance that you'll take a missed turn.
Well, I kind of looked at it and thought, why didn't you just call Jeff Scott Soto?
Yeah.
That would have been great.
I think Steve Harris kind of wanted somebody who was local as well, and he was another from that end of the world, weren't he? It's not London, but not too far away from where they were based. And I think back then that might have been more of a consideration. It's like, we don't have to travel to rehearse, and he's down the road.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, we have to catch a bus. I'm doing some recording at Kev's tomorrow. We're doing some writing. The guitarist out of BLITZ. So I've got to catch a bus with my bass guitar, which I've not done for many a year. So I've got to kind of go down to the bus station with my bass. I haven't done it for a long time, so it'll be a whole new world.
Well, thanks for coming on and hanging out, and thanks for giving me the nudge today. I was like, oh man, it's totally weird.
Just
awesome.
real life happens, dude, doesn't it? Real life just happens.
It does. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Well, I'll let you get rolling, and then I'm going to keep going here and finish up the show, and then I will catch you very soon, and we'll chat again.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thanks for sharing, brother. That was great stuff, man.
Take care, dude.
Take care.
Later.
Tell everybody hello in the band.
I will do. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So one other thing I want to mention too, about some of these collections. This is one thing that I thought was really cool. Judas Priest did it as well when they started doing their remasters. Other people, I'm sure, have done this as well, but I don't know off the bat who that would be. But I remember getting all of the Megadeth albums when they started re-releasing those remasters. And what they do is on the spine of these, then they do a little piece of artwork. So there you have Rattlehead. So that's really, really a cool thing. Judas Priest did a flaming version of their logo, the kind of cross fork logo piece that they've got. So that was cool. Unfortunately, I didn't buy all of the remasters, so I don't have the complete thing. But there are people out there like me that if you know them, you can just have it designed, and then you could print something. So think about that. Something kind of cool is I might go through some of my albums over here, or my CDs, shall I say. I might go through some of those CDs and then pick some that are, like a whole band. So I might do that and then, come up with a piece of artwork, print it, and then cut it and just slide it inside. And then, make it something I can fold. So it's got a little bit of something to it. And then just put them in there, and then it makes a whole picture. So it'd be kind of cool when you think about some of the boring spine artwork, that you get, especially like Columbia Records, where everything's just a fat red font with a white background. This way, if you have your whole thing of Toto, then you can make a cool piece of artwork for that. And then it's like, where does Toto start? You already know. It's right there. So kind of a cute idea if you guys want to think about that. It is tougher, oddly enough, even though I love these covers. And here is the inside look at the Earth, Wind, and Fire box set. So there you go. So you can get all of these. They're just the small versions of the album cover, or so it would seem, but it's actually that you're a giant. So there you go. Pretty cool. I'm really excited. I did, like I said on the show the other day, I did a deep dive into Earth, Wind, and Fire on the vinyl. I've always been a Earth, Wind, and Fire fan, but not, what I would deem the correct kind of fan. I like the hits. I just didn't know the records. So it's great to get to know the records too. And let's do this. I've got this. That was my unboxing, was that part, but I also have another little bit. Now there's also another kind of box set where it's like this, like Black Sabbath, where they do a 70 to 78, basically the Ozzy years. And they kind of come up with this double disc set. It's got a booklet inside that you can read about the band and stuff like that. So there you go. So that's kind of another style of box set where it's just a collection of tunes put into a couple of CDs or vinyl, and then you can do it that way. But the box sets, I'm telling you, you know what? Let's just do ourselves a favor. I want to share a little bit of this with you. So if I'm going to have to, I should not buy Phantasm. That's kind of wild because I watched that film again and I actually gave it away to somebody. I think but I love talking to Stuart about it because he's into it and he really likes it. And I'm like, I really liked it too. But when I rewatched it, I was just like, wow, I got a little removed. So, but that's the way it goes. So, let's put in CD box set. Let's just see what that does. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is find these certain box sets. Like there's the Beatles one. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, folks, I'm going to let you know this right now. Man, that pisses me off. They have that Beatles box set right now on what is today, the 2nd of July. They have that Beatles box set for $90. I paid $100 for it. And the price has dropped. Yay, fun. That's cute. So you have like, I was saying there's things, for all kinds of different genres, so there's Booker T and the MGs. There's a 5 CD set out there. The Pogues have a 5 CD set. There's Doobie Brothers. This is the one. I don't know much about Booker T and I don't know much about the Pogues. But Doobie Brothers, yeah, I know about the Doobie Brothers. It has Toulouse Street. It's got Vices. It's got Taking It to the Streets. It's got Captain and Me. And what was that one? What's the name of that one? I can't. Stampede. So it's got those 5 in it. They have a 5-album thing of the Association. This is where I'm talking about genres, folks. It even has like the original Fleetwood Mac albums. So stuff that's back when Bob Welch was in the band, before Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. So check that out if you want to get that. There's, Mystery to Me and all the other ones, Bare Trees, all that stuff is in that box set. Here's one for the Eagles, where this is like, if the hell with the best of stuff. I mean, I just found, unless you, all right, I shouldn't say it that way, because I bought it. I bought the greatest hits for like, I don't know, $5 recently, the 2-disc set, which has the cardboard fold out cover. I just bought that recently, but this thing, it's $50 for the first 6 records. So everything from Eagles to Long Run. It's really, really cool. Let's see what else they have. Linda Ronstadt, 5 albums by Linda Ronstadt, 5 albums by Anita Baker. Let's see here. Let's see. Dokken. There you go. This is what I'm talking about, folks. If you're like, okay, I got $60. Now, if you're going to start, let's say a 70s into the 80s, you want to start with some CDs. You want to start a CD collection. Maybe you're younger and you're just getting into some of your own music and stuff. And you're getting into some classic stuff. You want to own some. Well, right here for $60, how much is it going to cost you? Like we were talking about, Stuart was mentioning it. You think about how much those are going to cost you separately, because they get expensive now, used CDs. And these are brand new, in a box, wrapped. For $60, you can get Dokken, their first album, Tooth and Nail, Under Lock and Key. Why can't I say the next album? Yeah. I can see it. I just can't say it. That's disgusting. Anyway, Back for the Attack. There, I did it. And then their live album out of Japan. So you can get that. That's $30. And then also they have a whole box set of the Cars. You can get the Cars box set for $30. And let's see if I can find it again. I backed out of it and now I can't find it. Anyway, it's got all the early albums all the way up till yeah. I hate when I do that. I really do. So I'm not gonna harp on it. They have ZZ Top out there. Pretenders. I might buy this one. This is another one. $30 for 5 Pretender albums. So I mean, that's great. ZZ Top. They have a bunch of their early stuff. ZZ Top through Eliminator. Which I shouldn't say it that way because that's not completely true, but it is it's still 5 of their albums. It's got Eliminator, Tiguelo, it's got ZZ Top, Fandango, and Tres Hombres. So there's a couple of things missing. El Loco's not in there. So they have an Aha box set. So there you go. You can get that. Donny Hathaway. Let's see what else they've got. Chris Rea. They have his stuff. Carly Simon. And these aren't just like, the cool thing about this isn't, these aren't not the, well, let's put all the crappy albums together. No, I mean, these are like the top of the line albums by these guys. They have a box set of 5 CDs of the Stranglers. There's the Doobie Brothers. Now here's the Doobie Brothers. They have it's 2 of them. So for $50, $5 an album is what it comes down to, basically, because they're $50 for 10 CDs. So the second box set then has let's see what it is. The Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line, Minute by Minute, One Step Closer, and Doobie Brothers Farewell Tour. So that big double album, the live album, it's got that on there. So that's pretty damn cool. So just, keep looking these up. These are really cool. Just a lot. I mean, there it is. There's the Cars. So it's got the Cars, it's got Shake It Up, Candio, and then the Panorama, and why can't I think of the name of that last one? Heartbeat City. That's right. It all comes back to me at some point, but it eludes me in the meantime, and I don't like that. Let's see if I can step on another one here. Stone Temple Pilots box set, 5 albums, right there. And let's see if there's anything. I'm going to bump into something here. I know I'll bump into another one. I know they have Rush box sets out there too, where they do it kind of in, eras. There's a whole bread, 5 up. Oh, here's one for you. Original album classics is what these are called, is what the series is called. So original album classics. I should have put that in the notes. But they have a Toto one. So you can get Toto, Hydra, and 4, and Isolation, and what was that other one called? I can't think of it. Was that wait a minute. No, that's just an introduction to Gordon Lightfoot. They have a Wes Montgomery box set, a Madonna box set, Wham box set. Be careful on these Metallica remasters, because I bought them for $5 at Walmart. So be careful about those. They want $70 for Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, and the Black Album. They want $70 for those CDs. I'm like, don't do that. Just go to a Walmart. You'll find them. And they're $5 a piece. So, it's a little ridiculous. But anyway, so I'll definitely do some more research, and we'll take a look. And maybe what I'll do is post some of these on the Facebook page. Be sure to like and subscribe today. I hope you guys had a fun time there with Stuart. He and I have become fast friends, and it's fantastic to have him on the show. So, and I really appreciate him, and it's always great to talk to a fellow bass player. Drew, how are you? Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I missed you the other night. We did a late night gaming, and Salvatore and I missed you. So it's great to hear from you here, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we did this a little differently because it's the holiday coming up, and I've got a little bit of stuff going on where I won't be around and can't do it. Pete's going to be hanging with me or for me in my stead on Go Game Go tomorrow. So here you go for this. I may throw one more offering out there, and we'll go from there. But thanks, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll get out of your hair, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day, because that's what you should do. It's worthwhile. back to my mess. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Thor. All right. And I'm going to show you this again. This is my new desktop, complete with what? Cup holders. Gotta love it. So I think what I'm gonna do is get my brackets out and hang this sucker on the wall. All right. So you guys have a great evening. Take it easy, and we will see you soon.